joining us now. One of those House members, Republican Congressman Zach Nunn of Iowa. Great to have you with us this morning, Congressman. So all eyes are on you and your colleagues in the House today. Will there be any last-minute stops from Democrats or other House members that could delay the deal passing? Just a few minutes ago, we had Congressman Andy Biggs on. He mentioned that Hakeem Jeffries could try to use his magic minute to speak for hours to hold things up. Do you see that happening?
Well, Charlie, here's what I do know. Democrats have already used a tactic called the filibuster for the last 43 days to stop what the American people have already asked for. Just fund the government, help pay our troops, make sure SNAP doesn't expire. All things I've heard back in my district since September when the House passed that bill. We are in the final home run of making sure that we can pass legislation going forward. Look, if the Democrats want to have a magic minute and, continue to berate the American people on whatever plan they think they're coming up with, that's on them. Here's what I know. A majority of the House, an overwhelming majority of the Senate, and certainly the bulk of the American people want to see this bill passed today. Let's get it done. Let's get our troops paid. Let's open up the government.
Yeah, Congressman, this will go down as the longest shutdown in history, and its impacts continue nationwide. We've seen hundreds of cancellations and flight delays already this morning. How was your trip back to the Capitol, and how was that of your colleagues? Did you guys run into any problems getting back to D.C.?
Well, here's what I did. I stopped and I thanked every TSA agent who has been working on the front line, missing 3 payments of what they should be able to take home. We got back last night from Des Moines, but here's the reality. We did that after giving up our pay, just like my military troops did who are forward deployed to Iraq, had to give up their pay. And yet we have Democrats like Senator Sanders, who continues to take the money while telling Americans they should wait longer for the Senate to get this fixed. I flew back commercial in the back with Iowans who are happy that they were finally going to be able to start their Thanksgiving plans. But unfortunately, we've got senators like Chuck Schumer who fly privately, despite the fact that most Americans didn't know whether they were actually going to get to see their families this holiday season. It is a tale of two worlds, guys, of those who are very privileged, keeping their money, flying private, and the rest of us, every American, who has to deal with the fallout of their politically based decision to keep the government shut down so they could do maybe a little bit better in an election last Tuesday.
Yeah, Congressman, you brought it up. What a great point about the politics is that's what this is about, not policy. And Democrats are fuming right now that they basically reached a bipartisan solution. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries with this. Take a listen.
And House Democrats will strongly oppose any legislation that does not decisively address the Republican health care crisis. We want to reopen the government. We'll continue to stand by our hardworking federal employees and civil servants, but we have a responsibility to make sure that we extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits.
Congressman, these were COVID-era tax credits that gave people who made more than $500,000 taxpayer handouts for health care. I have no problem letting those expire. What do you think is going to happen here as we approach January 30th?
Mark, you nailed it. For most of this is a COVID-era subsidy that has been driving up the health care costs for everybody, both those on the ACA and the rest of us, by double digits. It didn't have to be like this. And look, here's the reality. I'm talking with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle right now. As we look to move forward in Washington with deliverable results by opening up the government, that means passing 3 major appropriations bills to take care of ag in my home state of Iowa, as well as military and VA pay, and making sure the government can continue to function. But here's what's happening on the other side of the aisle. This split screen has a Democratic Party in disarray. There is open civil war. We've got members on the floor of the House of Representatives calling for Hakeem to continue the shutdown so that they can appease their progressive base. I've got guys back in Iowa who are challenging Republicans who believe that it's better to side with Hakeem Jeffries on shutting down the government even longer and making our military troops have to go longer without pay. It's wrong. Iowans want common sense solutions. We've proven that the bill that's going to move forward today is a direct reflection of where we were back in September when the House passed this. There is no, great giveaway here. This is a solution that was already in the making, a clean CR, keep the government funded, pass 3 appropriations bills. Let's get it done.
Before you go, yesterday was Veterans Day, and I know you are a 20-year combat veteran of the Air Force. Thank you so much for your service. Just about 30 seconds left, but what's your message to Americans as now another Veterans Day has come and gone, because it's not just about one day, is it?
That's right. That's right. And thanks to everyone who has served, and particularly those individuals who are currently serving many in forward deployed locations. You know, I am thrilled that we have the opportunity to serve. It's been the greatest honor of my life. But I also recognize, as my grandfather and father before me who served, that it's about setting us up for success for the next generation. And what Veterans Day to me is most important about is not only our military members, but the families and the young people who are going to serve in this next stand. We all know we're only one generation away from losing this great country. The men and women who put on the uniform are the front line of safeguarding that, both here at home and abroad. A salute to all my fellow colleagues. Thanks for your service this Veterans Day week.
Well said, and thank you as well.
All right, Iowa Congressman Zach Nunn, thanks for joining us this morning.
We'll see you guys.